Alrighty, so now we'll go ahead and get the tomatoes in. They are definitely outgrowing their little pots and it's kind of stunting their growth at this point. So we need to get those into the ground as well. Here is a diagram that I had discussed and shown you guys in previous videos. So I took the dimensions, so it was 34 feet by 18 feet, this plot right here. I brought this down to centimeters, so I did 34 centimeters by 18 centimeters. Counted how many plants I had my list of companion plants, which ones go well together, and then I just started plotting them here on this piece of paper. And so now I'm going to take this and use it to implement actually getting the crop into the ground. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, in order to make sure that I'm following my scale model accurately, I've taken chalk and this, and every 12 inches, so every foot, I have made a line, excuse me, all along the garden. And here at our 14-foot mark is where I want to do tomatoes, so I wrote tomato right here. Now if you don't have, you know, a boundary around, you can always use a marker, like put a stick in the ground or one of the garden stakes, something to let you know that this is your 1 foot mark. Since most plants need to be about 12 to 18 inches apart, it'll be a little bit easier for you to identify where that is. And then the other thing is I have lots of different variety of tomatoes, so something to be aware of. If you plant them close together, you cannot seed save. It makes a hybrid with one variety cross-pollinating with another variety, and then it makes the seeds sterile. So if I wanted to, I could put them in different areas far enough apart. I could also cover the flowers with little bags and then self-pollinate. I'm not going to worry about all of that. Tomato seeds are pretty cheap. Maybe next year I'll set up some other plots, and that way I can do tomatoes in their own areas, since the goal ultimately is to save seeds on many of these. But for this year, I'm just going to go ahead and get them in the ground and run rows with each variety in the same area. Okay, so here we go. We've got 25 tomato plants. We've got everything from Burpee Longkeeper to Delicious Tomato to Roma and to Cherry Tomato. So let's go ahead and set these out where we need them to go and then start putting these bad boys in the ground. Something I forgot to mention, so I should do it now, is that tomatoes have these little fuzzies along their stem, and you can actually bury those and it will produce roots. But on the flip side, like I had told you guys in my watering video, if you get dirt on the leaves, it will cause disease within the plant. So in order to rectify this, since we want to bury it as deep as we can, we're going to carefully remove the bottom leaves and then set this as low in the ground and bury it up until these light gathering leaves. So you can do this with sterile clippers, or since these are really little, you can just pinch with your nail and pull it off. Now this is packed with nutrients that the tomato has already absorbed in order to grow. So rather than just throwing this off into the grass, I'm going to bury this into the dirt with the plant. Anyway, let's get back to it. Alright, so that's the process. Because I need to amend my soil, I'm digging about 8 inches down adding compost, obviously putting the tomato plant in after pulling off the bottom leaves, and then covering up until that first light gathering leaf. So if you don't need to amend your soil, you could just follow this process. Dig like an 8-inch hole, put your plant in, take off the leaves, you know, just like you've seen me do. I'm gonna go ahead and get this finished up, and then I will show you guys what it looks like on the next step. Alrighty, we got them all in. Now I need to mulch with some straw, water, and then I'm going to put up a little fence right here. It won't protect the whole thing around, but at least my dog won't be able to run straight through. He'll have to go around. So I'll show you when it's all done. All right, Bosley. Hey! So here we go, all done, mulched, watered, and a tiny little baby fence, which obviously doesn't stop the dog from coming in the back or the sides, but he gets really excited and bursts through and zooms through the front of the garden here and runs around. So at least now it'll be a tiny bit of a barrier until we get all the plants in, and then I'll put a fence up. So hope this information was helpful to you guys. Like always, as I suggest, try to get something going, even if you just do some tomato plants. I mean, 45 minutes of my time, maybe all in all together, I mean, didn't take that much. It takes 5 minutes to put them into pots of soil with the seed, then just checking on it, you know, once a day to water it, hardening it off, and then putting it in the garden. So not a big deal. Anyway, thanks you guys. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded, and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys like this or what type of videos you'd like to see going forward. Have a great day. God bless you.